Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hogar de Vinos, the place where we uncork the most fascinating secrets of the wine world. I'm Manuel, a passionate lover of good wine and good conversation.
And I'm Maria, colleague and accomplice in this enological adventure. We're here, as always, as part of José Pladillo's channel to ensure that every glass we enjoy has a story to tell.
Today, friends, we'll step into the heart of the winery to reveal the cellar's secrets. Our subtitle says it all, how wine is made step by step, from grape to bottle, and the differences between white, red, and rosé wines. Get ready for a journey full of tradition, science, and of course, a lot of flavor.
Manuel, when we talk about making wine, the first step, and perhaps the most crucial, is the selection of the grapes. It's not just any grape, right?
That's right, Maria. It's essential. For white wine, we mainly use white grapes, although, interestingly, red grapes can also be used without their skins to make white wine. Varieties like Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and Riesling are stars in this process. On the other hand, for reds, we think of Cabernet Sauvignon or Tempranillo, so emblematic of Rioja.
Once selected comes the harvest, the grape picking. It's an art in itself. You have to be careful not to damage the fruit and to maintain its quality. Then, the grapes go directly to the winery for processing.
The first technical step is destemming, which consists of separating the grapes from the stems and leaves. This is key because otherwise they could add bitter flavors to the must. Next comes the crushing, where the grapes are gently pressed to release the must, that is, the juice. But careful, you shouldn't crush too hard to avoid breaking the seeds, which could also make the final wine bitter.
And here comes the big moment, fermentation. It's an almost magical process where the sugar in the must is transformed into alcohol, and all thanks to microorganisms, invisible to the human eye, yeast.
Yeast is so important that without it, wine wouldn't exist as we know it. Imagine that for centuries, this process was a mystery, almost alchemy. It wasn't until the 19th century, thanks to Louis Pasteur's research, that we understood that these tiny organisms, which are a type of fungus and even live on the grape skins, are responsible for converting sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide. When must ferments, it looks like it's boiling because the yeast is expelling gas and alcohol. Simple and complex at the same time.
But there's not just one type of fermentation. We have alcoholic fermentation, which produces alcohol, and malolactic fermentation, which transforms malic acid into lactic acid, softening the wine and making it more pleasant to the palate.
And this is where we see one of the biggest differences between red and white wine. In red wine, the must ferments in contact with the grape's skins, the grape's outer layers. This is fundamental because the skins give the wine its characteristic color and tannins. In fact, there's a phase called maceration, where the must rests with the skins. During red wine fermentation, a solid layer forms on the surface, the famous cap. To keep the skins in contact with the must, techniques like remontado or punching down, manually breaking the cap, are used. This process can last from 10 to 14 days.
In contrast, for white wines, after crushing, the grapes are pressed and the skins are removed before fermentation. If maceration occurs, it's very brief, just a few hours, and maceration temperatures are also different. For whites, it's usually between 17 and 19 degrees Celsius, 62 to 66 degrees Fahrenheit. For reds, it ranges from 24 to 30 degrees Celsius, 75 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Malolactic fermentation, which is mandatory in reds, only occurs in some whites, usually aged ones.
As for rosé wine, the sources we consulted don't delve deeply into its specific elaboration process to detail its step-by-step differences. However, it is mentioned as a distinct wine style. Its color typically comes from a very brief contact between the must and the skins, giving it that characteristic pink hue, a kind of midpoint between white and red wines in this respect.
Once alcoholic fermentation is complete, we move on to the aging phase. This is where the wine matures, improving in flavor, aroma, and color. Wines can be aged in oak barrels or stainless steel tanks. Oak barrels, for example, add aromatic notes like vanilla, toast, or smoke.
The aging of white wines is usually shorter than that of reds. While reds may age for 2 to 5 years, aged whites might mature for 18 months to 4 years. Before bottling, wine goes through clarification and filtration to remove impurities and sediments, ensuring clarity and stability.
Finally, we arrive at bottling. This is a crucial step. It's when we prepare the wine for its peaceful wait in the bottle. Bottles are washed and dried with air, even flushed with inert gas to prepare them. Then they're filled, leaving a small space for cork expansion and wine movement. Afterwards, they're sealed, usually with cork, which expands to close the bottle tightly. It's important to let the bottle stand vertically for 24 hours, and then, for cellar aging, lay them horizontally to keep the cork moist and promote natural microoxygenation.
And after bottling, the wine is stored in a cool, dark place for bottle aging. This time is crucial for the wine to stabilize and for its aromas and properties to reach balance and harmony. The duration depends on the grape and the type of wine being made. From vine to glass, every step is a decision. Every detail matters.
It's amazing to think of all the work and passion behind each sip. It's not just an industrial process, it's an ancient art that's been refined over centuries, requiring care and attention.
Absolutely, Maria. As wine expert Luis Gutierrez once said, "You can't make a great wine if you don't know what a great wine is." And the same goes for enjoying it. The more we know, the more we appreciate it. It's a never-ending path of discovery.
We hope this journey through the secrets of the cellar has been as fascinating for you as it was for us to prepare it.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't hesitate to follow us, share it with your wine-loving friends, and leave us your comments.
You can also visit and subscribe to our social media platforms and our YouTube channel, Hogar de Vinus. Like, comment, your engagement is the fuel that keeps us going.
Thank you for listening all the way through. And remember, wine is best appreciated when you understand it.